Welcome back to the Sejonggai Stadium as Korea DPR and the USA come out with a minute or so to the resumption of this first semi-final here at the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. No goals so far, but Kim Myung-sun and Casey Murphy, the respective goalkeepers, they have been doing what's been necessary to keep out their opponents. USA looking a little bit more aggressive in their play in the earlier stages here today. Took them a while to really click into gear against Mexico in the quarter-final. Korea DPR in their huddle too, all in red. And they will kick from right to left in this second half. Emily Ogle will get us underway. So 0-0 at the start of the second half in this first semi-final at the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup here in Papua New Guinea. These adversaries from several editions now who've gone the distance before. Extra time in Japan 4 years ago, penalties needed in Canada 2 years ago to separate them. And we'd struggle to split them with an atom at the moment. Natalie Jacobs playing on the right side of the USA's defence, one of two changes in Michelle French's selection today. There's Kim Fyong-hwa, who scored that devastating goal against Spain after Korea DPR were pulled back from 2-0 to 2-2 by the Europeans in their quarter-final. Now Ri Eun-yong. Yoo Sol-kyung, good stretch. Korea DPR, who've stuck pretty rigidly to this 4-4-2 shape and system. It's tried, it's tested. Here's Wee Jong-sim. Ri Hyang-sim. Stolen now by Elliston. With a big gallop over halfway. Fox now. Wonderful burst from Emily Fox. Halted in her tracks by Kim Eun-hwa. Produced a few runs like that, Fox. Kim Eun-hwa, the only change for Hwang Yong-bong's team today. Coming in place of Che Eun-hwa. Well, the USA very tight to their opponents here, trying to deny them the space. Kim Fyong-hwa turning it on for John So-yeon. That's a tester, it's in behind Jacobs. Here's Kim So-hyang. Well covered by Taylor Otto. That ball in over the fullback, curling in towards the goalkeeper. That's one that USA have really got to guard against. Kim So-hyang, partnered by Wee Jong-sim still. Header out by Reel. Wee Jong-sim allowed to turn. It's Ri Eun-yong to Yoo Sol-kyung. Ri Hyang-sim is wide. Wee Jong-sim, little give and go for Ri Hyang-sim. That's something they've tried before. They've tried successfully before, but not this time. Or is it? It's a penalty. Well, Katie Cousins hangs her head here. Ri Hyang Sim going round the outside. And Cousins goes sliding in. And that arm flying up in the air, and there were appeals there from Korea DPR and Kathleen Kulchar. The referee has given Korea DPR here the chance from the penalty spot to take the lead in this semi-final. Jeon So-yeon, she scored one penalty already in this tournament. She scored in the 4-2 win against Brazil from the set piece here, but it's Jeon So-yeon for Korea DPR who makes it 1-0. Just 50 minutes played in this semi-final. The deadlock broken. Casey Murphy went right, Jeon So-yeon going the other way. Nice disguise on the kick. Very cleanly, competently and coolly taken.
Goal for Korea DPR by player number 12, Jeon So-yeon.
Well, tough on Katie Cousins perhaps, who had the best of intentions. Well, she went sliding in on Ri Hyang Sim. Kathleen Kulchar very well placed to spot the infringement, and it's a penalty that gives Korea DPR 1 foot, 1 step slightly closer to the final here on Saturday. Pugh forced into the corner. USA have come back in their last 2 matches to get something out of the game. Against Ghana, there was an own goal, quite extraordinary own goal actually. I remember it was Abambila's shot from a huge distance that came back off the frame of the goal, rebounded off Casey Murphy for an own goal. And then it was Mallory Pugh just a couple of minutes later who levelled. That was a 1-1 then in the last of the group games, and then in the quarterfinals, USA trailing with 10 minutes to go. And then 2 substitutes, Ali Watt, Kelsey Hedge, turned that one on its head. It's the head of Ri Hyang Sim that's a worry here for Korea DPR. The Asian side momentarily down to 10 players. Now Kim Fyong-hwa, Kim So-hyang. Jeon So-yeon with her second goal of the tournament, her second penalty of the tournament as well for that matter. Kim Fyong-hwa, Jean sliding in, and Jacobs. Once again, the 2 coaches making sure in the USA camp that heads don't drop. Katie Cousins against Jeon So-yeon. Korea DPR did win the last meeting 2 years ago on penalties. His Cousins. Looking for Elliston with Fox down the line. Nice turn, Emily Fox. Now Sanchez can come alive in the middle. Yeah, she had a lot to do there. Well defended by Ju Hyo Sim. Mopped up by Jean. Cousins missed it. Here's Kim and Hwa. Kim So Hyang spinning away from trouble and finding Ri Hyang Sim. She likes the little give and go around the area. She's done it again. And the USA with Cousins helping out Elliston on that occasion. Wee Jong Sim. So Hyang again try to spin. Jean, did she save the corner? No, corner it is. Short for Kim Fyong Hwa. Almost fooled Jeon So-yeon there. Here's Je Sol-gyong who's lining one up. Plenty of bodies back for the USA there. That's what Michelle French was talking about, the ability to get themselves back in that good solid defensive shape nice and quickly. Jeon So-yeon up to Kim So Hyang and now Ju Hyo Sim. Here's Ri Hyang Sim. Kim So Hyang. Well, they kept it very tight, marking Jeon So-yeon here. It's taken a deflection of Ashley Sanchez for the corner. Sanchez doing well to get the tackle in. Are they going to try the short one again? They look as if they might. Kim Fyong Hwa. Kim and Hwa. Charged down by the USA. This is Woo Sol-gyong. This is a real thorough examination of this USA's team resilience. They've repelled Korea DPR several times in quick succession, but the onslaught continues, and there's Kim So Hyang. Korea DPR's balls in from out wide have been better than the USA today, so far. A reminder, the winners of this one will meet either Japan or France. We'll play in the second semi-final here at the same stadium later. Cousins. Fox has Elliston behind. Well, she has other ideas. She's got the confidence to try and take on Woo Sol-gyong. Korea DPR's defender comes out on top that time. Ogle losing it. Kim and Hwa. In steps Otto. Jean. Wee Jong Sim. Ju Hyo Sim. That's cleverly wide to Kim Fyong-hwa, who took it splendidly. Technically precise so far. John So-yeon's ball in. Pugh. Only to Kim Eun-hwa. Oh, well read. Also stepped in the nick of time. Woo Sol-gyong. Ri Hyang Sim. This is intense stuff from Korea DPR. Ri Hyang Sim again. That's the move that led to the penalty. She runs in from out wide. She just plays it into one of the two strikers there. And just darts into the gap behind. Simple stuff, but very effective. Looking for Wee Jong Sim. Too much on it. Well, we've reached the hour mark here. Neither coach has used any substitutions just yet. Normally a sign that they're fairly happy with the way that those out there are doing. Reel was tight. Space left here for Kim Fyong-hwa. Danger here for the USA. It's Kim Fyong-hwa for Korea DPR, but Murphy right behind it. Jacobs was always struggling to get back to close her down here. Slightly lost her footing as she struck it. Cousins, 3 around her. Almost like bears are under honey pot. The USA have got to get Sanchez and Pugh into the game rather more. Seeing precious little of them with this intense Korea DPR pressure at the other end. Woo Sol-gyong and then Ri Hyang Sim for Korea DPR. Gives it straight to Fox though. Once again, the USA are going to have to do it the hard way if they're going to do it at all. Penalty given away by Katie Cousins here. Hits her foot, then bounces up against her arm, I think. And then very coolly dispatched by John So-yeon. It's a tough one to give against Cousins in some ways. If my reading of that is correct, and it is for the handball. It's come off her foot, then onto her arm. I'm not sure how in that fraction of a second she could have really done anything else, but sometimes it is the positioning that the referee takes into consideration. Well, now we're going to start to see some changes off the bench, and both very much from an attacking point of view. Song Kyung-sim, young player who was in Jordan a couple of months ago at the under-17s, and Ali Watt, who started the USA rescue against Mexico. Kim Fyong-hwa. Chon So-yeon had made a good run on the outside there, but here's Ju Hyo-sim, Woo Sol-gyong, and Ri Hyang-sim. Kim So-hyang is the only player in the area at the moment. Ri Hyang-sim tried the give and go with Kim and-hwa. Ju Hyo-sim, Ri Eun-yong, and Che Sol-gyong. Look how they're closing down here, forcing Korea DPR backwards. Misjudged Chon So-yeon. Ri Hyang-sim. She's the player who's been the catalyst for the Korea DPR goal. And with more of the ball going through her in this second half, the threat is escalated. Looking for the quick ball up to Sanchez. Che Sol-gyong mopping up, and now the change. Now the changes, one each. Emily Fox coming off, Ali Watt coming on. Ali Watt, if she goes through the middle here, Mary Pugh might go wide. Actually, Sanchez might go wide, but for Korea DPR, it's Kim and-hwa who's coming off. Sung Kyung-sim, one of the younger players here in Papua New Guinea this year. We've got players 16 up to 20 here. 1st of January 1996 is the cut-off date. No one older than that. Now Ri Hyang-sim. Well, I mentioned before about Wee Jong-sim, and what Hwang Yong-bong has done here is to drop Wee Jong-sim back into central midfield, just like that. And Sung Hyang-sim has gone up along with Kim Hyang-sim. Pugh. Watt. Pugh. And Watt using her strength, using it well, using it fairly. Jean. Looking for Ogle's run in behind there. Can the USA come back again? Cricket given against Ellie G. Woo Sol-gyong. Tester there for Elliston. Sung Kyung-sim lets it drop. Wee Jong-sim now playing as a central midfielder. Sung Kyung-sim being given plenty of encouragement here by the local fans. A yellow card shown to Wee Jong-sim. First yellow of the day. Cousins won it, and then Wee Jong-sim carried on. Jean. There's something about the arrival of Ali Watt. It's almost like a signal to step up the urgency. Some of the family and friends of the USA players watching on here today. Kelly Reel's father and her uncle Mark and Kurt, they've travelled over. Kurt from Fairfax, Virginia. Smashed away by Ju Hyo Sim, and Sung Kyang Sim has it. And she's away. She's a real little live wire, this one. And look at that for a ball. Ri Hyang Sim far side. It falls in a stride. Well, you might have fancied her to slot it, but Elliston just snaps it away. Another change coming up then for the USA. And I mentioned Ali Watt and her influence. Kelsey Hedge was the match winner against Mexico. She's poised and primed. So here comes a second second USA change, and it's Ellie Jean coming off. Probably a straight swap down the flank. But Ellie Jean, left back until today, now right-sided midfielder. They need a bit more thrust, a little bit more attacking impetus.
Watch the backside, Cal!
20 minutes to go. One goal in it at the moment. Murphy, good solid punch clear. Tricky bounce, Wee Jong Sim. And the USA pounce to clear it away, but a foul on Pugh. Wee Jong Sim coming off a little injured here.
Casey, you take it!
Medical people called for.
Cal!
Well, Casey Murphy got to a great deal of distance with that.
Ali Watt!
I'm not really quite sure what Wee Jong Sim's done. Oh yeah, she just clashed with Pugh there. You can just see the right legs colliding. Just on the thigh. No surprise to see these two, Ri Kyung Hyang and Chen Hua. Just in terms of substitutions, bearing in mind extra time is a possibility. With extra time here in Papua New Guinea, there is the allowance of a fourth substitute for the coaches should they wish to use it, but only if we go into extra time. Well, presumably either Ju Hyo Sim or Wee Jong Sim will be coming off to make way for Cheon Hua. Maybe Kim So Hyang here. We'll have to see whether she stays on. And here's Kim Fyong Hwa. Back to John So Yeon. Wee Hyang Sim far side. Sung Kyang Sim has taken it away from Ogle. Murphy wants to get it down the other end where only Watt is waiting at the moment. Now being joined by Pugh. And Watt goes striding forward ahead, but the ball overhit by Pugh. The one thing that we've maybe not really seen from the USA so far in the tournament is a great combination between a front two. Whether you think of it as the main striker and the player just playing off as a front two, whatever, but nonetheless, the front two through the middle for the USA. It's not always been the telepathic understanding that you might wish for if you're following the USA here. Now the double change for Korea DPR. It is Wee Jong Sim. So Cheon Hwa will go just directly into central midfield in her place. And Ri Kyung here, just to see what they do. But Ri Kyung Kang just got to wait for Wee Jong Sim, who's taking her time. So this change in the centre of midfield, and then it is Kim So-kyang.
Substitution for Korea DPR. Player
Once again, the
20.
formula, the formation,
Kim So-young is
the foundation of this Korea DPR team is kept absolutely rock solid once again by Hwang Yong-bong. Hooked on by Watt, high foot. Cooling break. Well, a critical point in the match potentially here, with Korea DPR leading with 15 minutes to play. We're seeing the changes being made by the two coaches. USA almost in the position they were against Mexico, one down, but this time 15 minutes left. The goal from John So-hyun there. Very nicely taken penalty after 50 minutes. After an infringement from Katie Cousins, going in with Ri Hyung Sim. Well, this really is a time for Korea DPR to keep their cool. Michelle French has talked about how much more sophisticated and tactically astute the teams, the coaching has been at this year's event. I was talking to her about her knowledge of the Korea DPR team, and again she's had her staff scouting, watching attentively and report back. She has seen quite a lot of it herself, but Cousins there, unfortunate with this infringement. Here's another look. You see as Ri Hyung Sim goes round the outside. Well, it's the arms up from Cousins, you see. I don't think it's an unnatural position for Cousins to take when she makes that challenge, but that's part of the risk, I suppose. And Kathin Kulchar interprets it as a penalty, and it's Cousins who's coming off. So Jessie Scarpa comes on, someone who tends to play as the out-and-out centre forward and offers them more direct route, a little bit more like Ali Watt. Meantime, defending for the USA to do here. John So-yeon has got a good angle here to sweep this one into the danger area. It's in towards Ri Eun-yong. Scarpa away. Let's see how the USA settle down here. They've got Hedge on the right. And now Ali Watt. Oh, great acceleration from Watt. Played it in nice and early too. Mallory Pugh closing down Choi Sol-gyong. Will it be another late great show from the USA, or can Korea DPR finish them off here? Kim Fyong-hwa to Ri Hyang Sim, Sung Kang Sim, nearly. Just over 5,000 for this first semi-final.
Thank you for attending.
Scarpa missed it. Kim Fyong-hwa, coach saying go backwards here, hold on to the ball whatever you do. At senior level, the USA have had the edge against Korea DPR. But at the moment it's Korea DPR who have their noses in front here. It's 3 wins to the USA and 1 draw at senior level. Mentioned about the final in Chile 8 years ago. The USA won that one 2-1. Sidney Leroux, Alex Morgan. They didn't do badly for themselves, did they? Ri Hyang sent off in the match against Brazil for 2 yellow cards, went crunching into the back of Ali Watt there. Well, with the injury, inevitably players coming off to this near side to take on more refreshment. It's hard to convey the discomfort for some of them down there in the heat and humidity today, but it tells its own story when they're coming across at every opportunity. Ali Watt here, maybe very badly winded by that charging challenge from Ri Hyang. Michelle French saying how she looked into the eyes of her players during a cooling break against Mexico. And there was the self-belief, there was that determination to steel themselves and fight for the comeback, which they duly did. Well, 10 minutes to go, roughly. And here we are, same story, different opponents. Quite rightly, the medical team just checking that Ali Watt is completely together before they allow play to continue here. They're looking for Scarpa, who can recover it and at least keep it alive. He's won the throw. So we have surpassed the goals total from Canada 2 years ago with that penalty here today. Ali Watt still off the field at the moment. The USA playing with 10. Jacobs tosses it forward towards Scarpa. Michelle French told me that the changes she made with Watt and Hedge the other day were really her gut instinct calling to her. Those two help them out of this precarious position once again. They are dangling over the precipice right now. Ali Watt ready to resume. Watt, maybe did she catch the toe of Usol Gyong? Chase on here for Ri Kyung Kang. penalty, still separating the sides. Murphy's kick helped on by Scarpa. Tangible tension in Port Moresby. Always horrible for any team to lose a semi-final. Last time it happened to the USA was the year Korea DPR first played and indeed won the tournament. It was in Russia 10 years ago. 2 years before that, the USA lost a semi-final in Thailand as well. They are on the brink again. Korea DPR last time out, losing to Nigeria in Canada. A bitter pill for them to swallow. Their recovery almost complete. Scarpa. Can they get the ball into hedge here? It's away by Kim Fyong-hwa. Korea DPR's free kick. Well, when the ball came across there, it just needed a cleaner, truer touch. Very fine margins between success and failure today. As we probably expected. Here's Kim Fyong-hwa. Hedge chasing back. Reflection off Otto on the way through there. Pugh chasing down Chesol-kyung. Mallory Pugh trying to make something out of nothing, really. That's a goal kick here. And every time the ball goes dead like this, he and his team breathe another little sigh of relief. Too high for Kim Kyo-sung. Helped on by Kim Fyong-hwa. Now Sung Kyang-sim looking for Ri Kyung-kyang. Big kick needed from Murphy. Scarpa rises. Out by Chesol-kyung. Pugh. Oh, ball's out. Jacobs underneath it. Jacobs staying much more further forward now. Off goes Scarpa. Anybody and everybody turning into a striker now. That's a great ball in and nearly taken brilliantly. It's Jacobs! And the USA are level in the nick of time. It almost defies belief the way they do this. Time and time again, they are the comeback kids of Papua New Guinea. Just never this USA squad off. Pugh tried to force a way through. Jacobs, the right back, had to improvise and lifted it over Kim Myung-soon quite deftly, quite beautifully. It is 1-1, and extra time is looming. Off they go again. Watt, she can get there. And suddenly Korea DPR looking very anxious, very stretched. Watt turning on the power here. Well, Natalie Jacobs had had barely a couple of minutes of play prior to today. She's been a fullback, she's been a striker. She's now saved the day. 7 added minutes, bags of time. Out goes Scarpa. Just never say never. Hedge, Ogle. Suddenly the USA have come alive here. Ju Hyo-sim and Korea DPR faced with the prospect of another 30 minutes of this. A moment she'll never forget. Pugh. Free kick already given here. Chon So-young. And now the header steered on by Ju Hyo-sim. Easy catch for Murphy. DPR's number 19 with the header. That's Che Sol-gyong. Watts, who certainly adds a bit more of a physical dimension to it, just to ruffle a few feathers. Right, well, you can already hear the USA bench going nuts about the way that Korea DPR took that. The referee, no problem. Fourth official just telling the USA bench to calm down. Here's Ri Kyung-kyang. Nobody wants to give it away now. It is tantalizingly balanced. The pendulum has swung towards Asia, now back to North America, who will have the last say. Sung Kyang-sim still going. Sung Kyang-sim, oh, feverishly in the area, and Ri Kyung-kyang with the final shot. Excellent tackle, Ri Eun-yong, and then Jacobs and Otto getting all wound up there, and Ri Kyung-kyang wide. It's another thrilling conclusion. Not just which way will it drop. Here's Pugh. She could have the final say here. Mallory Pugh, she races away from Cheon-hwa, and she's waiting for runners. Ogle, who was dropping in as a fullback there. Wide is Here's Ri Kyung-hyang. Oh, that's not a good clearance. Ju Hyo-sim. Ri Hyang-sim. Woo Sol-kyung outside. Ri Hyang-sim. Great block from Ogle. Now John So-yeon. Sung Hyang-sim. Hearts in mouths. Ri Hyang-sim! And Murphy leaping acrobatically to her left to save. Save of the match in added time. John So-yeon. Ri Hyang-sim. Desperate defending from the USA. Now they've got themselves some breathing space. And about 2 minutes to go. Ri Kyung-hyang to Woo Sol-kyung. Sung Hyang-sim. Ri Hyang-sim. She could look right along the line there as well. She knew she was onside. Elliston guarding there, and that's a ball in that's dangerous. Chen-hwa. Che Sol-kyung. John So-yeon. Still not away here by the USA. Spins away from Ri Hyang-sim. Still players in the box. Murphy, desperate defending now. Chen-hwa. Wave after wave of red pressure now. Kim Fyong-hwa sells the dummy on hedge. Great ball in two. And Real reaches it. Pugh caught in possession. Now away by the USA. Is there a twist in this semi-final tale? Great running here again by Korea's wide player, and Kim Fyong-hwa was over the bar. All the hard work from Ri Hyang-sim. What a wonderful piece of play. And in came Kim Fyong-hwa. She must have thought Christmas had come a month early. USA supporters celebrate the miss. It is frenetic. And we're going to extra time. Well, on the evidence of what's happened in the last two editions, maybe fate decreed that it would always be this way. 2 goals in the second half. A penalty for Korea DPR converted by John So-yeon. After 2 goals in the second half. A penalty for Korea DPR converted by John So-yeon. After a mistake by Katie Cousins. Annie Watt still looks a little bit dazed there. We'll check her out once again. The USA fighting back with an equaliser in the 89th minute from Natalie Jacobs. So extra time is on the way, but after 90 minutes here at the Sejong-gai Stadium, it's Korea DPR 1, the USA 1. So this is once again where it goes to a whole new level. This is about physical stamina and endurance now. So the USA have got the big bag of sugar-loaded sweets. Well, it looks to me as if Courtney Peterson is going to come on here for Ali Watt. Ali Watt does not look right at all, does she? She doesn't look as if she's got all of her senses about her. It was that crunching challenge from behind by Ri Eun-yong. Each coach has used 3 substitutes already. But in this tournament, as with the Olympics in the summer and with the Club World Cup that's still to come in Japan this year, FIFA decided as an experiment to allow a 4th substitution in extra time should we get there. So Courtney Peterson about to come on here for USA from Michigan Hawks, and presumably for Ali Watt, although that will come with confirmation in just a moment. Nice on the muscles there. Disconsolate figure. There's that challenge from Ri Eun-yong, and absolutely clattered. You can see the medical team just checking whether she had all her senses fully functioning, and quite rightly, she doesn't look quite right. They are keeping her off here. Coin toss, which seems to have been won by Chae Sol-gyong. First goal from the penalty spot, 50 minutes. Chun So-yeon
for USA, player number 11.
That was dramatically cancelled out in the 89th minute by Natalie Jacobs. Scarpa in the corner, another of the substitutes. Jacobs, full-back, who'd gone into that forward area. The ball came to her, she didn't think twice. Just hoisted it towards the goal and found a lovely finish here. Might have been off the shin, but she got it absolutely right. You may have heard in the background that change confirmed with Ali Watt replaced by Courtney Peterson here. There is Courtney Peterson. Korea DPR still in a huddle. So the USA kick off extra time here, having made their 4th and final change. Ali Watt looking perhaps a little dazed, replaced by Courtney Peterson for extra time here. Sun Kyung-sim. Sim. Sim. Told you she's a live wire, and she's got support on the outside, and Korea DPR have regained the lead in seconds of the restart through Sim. They pile on top of the goal scorer. Her 4th goal of the tournament. Joint top scorer now with Kim So-hyang. The USA caught a little cold here. Sung-hyang Sim onside. And look at the space for Sim. Always a danger, always a threat. She was unguarded by the USA, and they paid the price. It was Peterson who was closest to her, the new substitute. And maybe that just a sign of the USA getting caught cold at the restart. Kim Fyong-hwa coming across to the Korea DPR bench here. Has to leave the field of play completely if she's going to do that. Fyong-hwa wants to come back on. Referee just holding there for a moment or two. It's her choice to leave. Now Hedge. And the USA with an uphill task all over again. That goal for Sim confirmed as 45 seconds after the restart. Hedge, Scarpa, bullishly trying to work away beyond John So-yeon. Ogle coming across for this free kick. I might have done Maddie Elliston a disservice when I said it was a great tackle from Ogle earlier. But here's Ogle's free kick. The USA are queuing up. Otto hoisting it towards Scarpa this time. John So-yeon away for the corner. Just gone 6 p.m. local time in Papua New Guinea. Light dipping, floodlights on. USA seeking out a second equaliser. Jacobs in there once again. Scarpa reaches it. Well, the goalkeeper came out and didn't get there. She would have been stranded. So Korea DPR, Kim Fyong-hwa, being replaced here by An Song-ok. Saw that she came across to the bench just a few minutes ago. I only assume that is some sort of an injury. Sung-hyang Sim is just brimming with energy despite the circumstances. Choi Sol-kyung to John So-yeon. The back four for Korea DPR kept constant here. Sim has switched to the left side of midfield. Song Ok has gone to the right. Korea DPR need to defend here in towards Scarpa. Goalkeeper, good strong punch, very good punch. Back in by Ogle. Scarpa can't go for it, she was in an offside position. Terrific run by Peterson. Really driving to the goal line. And the effort spinning off Ju Hyo Sim for the USA for another corner here. Ogle with it. Elliston Jacobs. Both up. Goalkeeper timed it better this time. Better than Ri Hyang Sim. But Ri Kyung Kyang sprints over halfway, tracked by Ashley Sanchez. Oh, wonderful. Just waited for the right moment to pick the pocket of her Korean counterpart. All Asian final still very much a possibility. Cheon Hwa to An Song Ok. Now Sung Kyang Sim. Woo Sol Gyong on the outside. Real hoists it away. Back in by Ri Hyang Sim. Ju Hyo Sim, it's worked out nicely. Not sure the intention was to do that. Woo Sol Gyong. Ri Kyung Hyang. An Song Ok. Ju Hyo Sim. Sung Kyang Sim. Jeon So-yeon. Ri Hyang Sim. She's got to the goal line again. And Sung Kyang Sim just by Casey Murphy here. There's the little number 2 go darting in when the ball gets spilled. Comes off her last. Stands filling up here in the Sejongkai Stadium, the setting for the semi-finals of the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup in Papua New Guinea. The winners of this to face either Japan or France in Saturday's final. Ju Hyo Sim switching it to Ri Hyang Sim. Got Jeon So-yeon on the outside and she's got time to measure the cross. Disappointed with herself that she didn't do better there. Another Kim Fyong-hwa hurt her head in the celebration bundle and she went in. Somebody accidentally headbutted her. Joy and pain all in one swift movement. Well, let's have another look. There you go. It was Jeon So-yeon who put the head right in the middle of the face of Kim Fyong-hwa. Ouch. The eagle-eyed colleagues spotting that one. Sung Kyang Sim, flags up. And a good decision by the officials here today. Talk about improvements in the women's game and the young women's game especially. You see how strong these two teams are technically, tactically, and in terms of their physical power and strength too. Ju Sim caught the back of Pugh. I think we have to congratulate the officials as well for the job they've done. That penalty for Korea DPR that gave them the lead for so long, that may have been a more contentious one. Now Mallory Pugh here getting to her feet. Again, she looked slightly dizzy. And the medical team will take her to the sidelines here. It's almost a bit like the challenge on Ali Watt earlier. I think the heat and the humidity do come into this, but these highly skilled professionals in the medical staff, they will not risk any player under any circumstances. And you can see them just assessing the way she's coming off here. Ali Watt there has already, she still doesn't look right even now. Either that or she's just so laid back, I'm misinterpreting it, but USA trying to fight back a second time. There's a gamble being taken by the USA. They've left a big gap. Sung Hyang Sim is running into it. Here's Ri Hyang Sim. Ju Hyo Sim, not far away. Well, for a moment here, the USA have lost their shape a little bit. They need to regroup quickly, or this game could be beyond them. At 2-1, there's still time, there's still a chance. They're down to 10 with Pugh still off. 22 shots to 6. 6 of those from Korea DPR on target. At times it's been incessant. Ri Hyang Sim. Tackle from Jacobs. Mallory Pugh back on. Didn't look as heavy a contact as the one that Ali Watt suffered. But the conditions here, as well as the challenge, contributing to looking a little bit bleary-eyed. Sung Hyang Sim, just beaten to it. Well defended again, Taylor Otto, who herself has got a... Well, she twisted her knee there. Dropping like flies. Brave tackle with Murphy coming, tearing out too. Otto, as any good centre-back would do, just asserting herself and saying, that's mine. Well, the medical team from the USA being kept particularly busy right now. Taylor Otto back on her feet. And they need her strength. She has to go off. And Korea DPR lining up this corner. USA missing Otto momentarily. And Korea DPR, wily characters as they are, curling it in, but into the arms of Murphy. So 1 minute at the end of this first period of extra time. Very strong period from Korea DPR especially. And they're finishing this first period of added time almost as they started it, but Ri Kyung Hyang unable to keep it under control. Taylor Otto wants to come back on. Quite rightly, the referee lets her come on from back there. Sanchez. That's off Ashley Sanchez, who got caught on the follow-through. A yellow card for Ju Hyo Sim. Took her out. It was as much momentum as anything, but then she raised her arm. It's almost turning into an episode of ER. Other medical dramas are available. So Ogle with this free kick for the USA. Last action of this first period of extra time. And there goes the whistle, with Korea DPR back in front and 15 minutes away from the final now. Ashley Sanchez receiving attention. Korea DPR right at the start of the first period of extra time, out of the traps lightning quick, and Ri Hyang Sim pouncing on some one or two tactical changes that the USA were trying to make. It took 45 seconds for her to score, and at the end of the first period of extra time, Korea DPR lead the USA by 2-1. Ri Hyang Sim with the goal that separates the sides here, and straight from the kickoff, Korea DPR put them under pressure, chased the ball down, that header away by Ryeon Yong, forcing the USA backwards. Well, a free kick to Korea DPR that they launched long with John So-yeon, Sung Kyung Sim involved, and then Ju Hyo Sim, and then look for the run on the outside from Ri Hyang Sim. This is all in the build-up. Sung Kyung Sim then finds Ri Hyang Sim. There she is, she suddenly pops up, and a nice finish over the top of Casey Murphy. At the moment, that's the goal that could be sending Korea DPR into the final. So the second period of extra time underway here. Korea DPR have been close already today. USA took until the 89th minute to get their one and only goal. And then it was 1 minute into extra time that Korea DPR regained the advantage. So An Sung-ok, now Sung Kyung Sim, held up by Pugh. Sanchez, by the way, seems okay despite that knock at the end of the first period of extra time. An Sung-ok with a nice turn away from Peterson. And Sung Kyung Sim, it's Sung Kyung Sim unselfishly looking to play it into Ri Hyang Sim. An Sung-ok, Woo Sol-gyong, there's Murphy. Well, great running by Sung Kyung Sim. She was aware Ri Hyang Sim was coming in on the far side. Chen Hua has got An Song-ok to the right here. Ri Kyung-hyang and Sung Kyang-sim, the two in the centre. Now Chen Hua. Jacobs, who's tucked back in as the right back again here for the USA. Space on the right for An Sung-ok. Won't get to it. That's a super tackle. And Pugh gracefully strides forward before being upended. A yellow card here for Chen Hua. Casey Murphy is coming forward possibly to take this. There you go. USA goalkeeper inside Korea DPR's half. Sun setting in Port Moresby. Maybe sun setting on USA and the tournament itself. There's nobody in the USA half. Not a single player. Casey Murphy then. It was a nice delivery, and clearly her ability with the dead ball was something Michelle French wanted to exploit. Foul here against Pugh. She's not heard the whistle yet. What a busy little player Sung Kyang-sim is, but she was brushed off by Pugh. More encouragement from the coaching teams on the sidelines. This is when the coaches just have to hope and pray that there's enough left in the tank. Now Ri Kyung-hyang, that's clever, danger here. And Murphy with a great stop. Ri Kyung-hyang off the line by the USA, with Maddie Elliston rescuing the USA from what might have been a certain exit. Ri Kyung-hyang into Ri Kyung-sim. She managed to squeeze it just across the face there. Sung Kyang-sim was poised and primed and ready to pull the trigger, but Elliston snatches it away. Just over 10 minutes to play in extra time. In comes Ju Hyo Sim. Anywhere will do. Chen Hua, Woo Sol Gyong. It's a floater for Murphy. Able to usher it behind to safety. Well, when Ri Kyung-sim was in from that angle, I think it was probably an even money chance that she would get a third. And really colourful skies overhead, partly pink, partly orange, partly dark grey. Kaylee Reel to Scarpa. No foul. Ri Kyung-hyang. Sung Kyang-sim has taken up some great positions. Now Ri Kyung-hyang, Sung Kyang-sim waiting in the middle again. Ri Kyung-kang. They can almost touch that place in the final now. Sung-ok chasing down Courtney Peterson. Sung Kang Sim and Sung-ok. We've got Cheon Hwa here. Now you suspect Korea DPR might turn on an exhibition of controlled possession football. Instead they've gone for the jugular. Ri Kyung-kang, and Murphy outstretches a hand and just gets her fingertips to it. Korea DPR in a hurry, which is strange as they're leading. Midway point of the second period of extra time, out by Real. How many times do the USA have to come back from a losing position in this tournament? Is Joo Sim to An Sung-ok. Far side is Ri Kyung Sim. A good stretch from Kelsey Hedge to steer it to safety. Sung Kyung Sim. She's one of the smallest players, but she's one of the most nimble. And turned on by Ri Kyung-kang. USA's ball. Finally, they have possession, although not for long. Smartly done by Ri Eun-yong, using her opponent to ease the pressure. More encouragement from Michelle French, trying to follow in the footsteps of 3 different USA coaches who've each won this event. They've already lost the other 3-time winners in Germany. USA in peril here, and Sung Kang Sim goes galloping on. Ri Kyung-kang won't get there before Casey Murphy. Japan against France to come still. At first, Asia close to 1 team in the final on Saturday at least. Now, Sung Kang Sim, some others seem to stop there. She's held up momentarily, and Sung-ok. Joo Sim, Sung Kang Sim, and Sung-ok. And swept away by Peterson. And in terms of shots, in terms of possession, Korea DPR have outmuscled the USA today. They've been technically proficient, tactically astute. USA have a word for a team like this, and it's awesome. Sung Kang Sim, beautifully balanced. Well, we're getting to the point where the USA nearly always seem to produce their best football. But at the moment, they can't get a touch. Choi Sol-kyung. And while the USA don't have the ball, they can't get an equaliser. Meantime, Korea DPR still committing bodies forward, still taking the game to the United States of America. And it's through for An Song Ok. Trying to tee it up here for a shot from Ju Hyo Sim. It comes for U Sol Gyong. All hands to the pump for the USA. They cannot afford to concede a third. Ri Hyang Sim. Off the defender, actually, that was off Otto. Ri Kyung Hyang on the turn. Scarpa tries to screen it. Pugh. If anybody's going to reignite the USA, it's surely Pugh or Sanchez. Peterson getting rid of a ticking off from Pugh for maybe not going for that a little quicker. How many times has Michelle French looked over the edge? How many times has her team somehow rescued what seemed an impossible situation? Can they do it again here? Mallory Pugh up against Ri Eun-yong. Throw for the USA. 2 minutes left plus anything to be added. And there won't be an awful lot. Scarpa. Suddenly the USA with bodies over inside the area, and Scarpa gets a touch on it. Oh, Jacobs, not this time. If the first one was beautifully measured for the equaliser, that one was wild. Grabbing at any chance they have. Ultimately, if they get themselves in this position of trailing late on in matches once too often, their luck will eventually run out. Final minute of the 120. Korea DPR poised for the final. The USA at the moment heading not for the exit, but for the third place playoff. And how tough will it be to pull themselves up for that at the weekend? Chen Hua spreading it here to An Song Ok. Sun Kyang Sim, industrious, hard-working. Chen Hua goes down. It's USA's ball though. Last chance maybe here, because we're about to move into anything the referee chooses to add, and there won't be much. Indeed, that's it! The USA's luck has finally run out, and Korea DPR are back in the final for the first time in 8 years. The first time since losing to the USA in Chile in 2008. And they've done so with great control and great style. Ri Hyang Sim, their match winner, setting up the possibility of an all-Asian final in Papua New Guinea this year. It's been dramatic. Ultimately for the USA, it's been heartbreaking. But for Korea DPR, this very efficient, workmanlike team, as tears flow from Ali Watt and her teammates. The USA will have to make do with a third place playoff here, but Korea DPR through to Saturday's final. We shall look forward to that. Japan, France to come, but it's finished here. Korea DPR 2, the USA 1 after extra time. So we'll look back over the statistics of this match. And in the end, you have to say that Korea DPR, the majority of possession, and they've had, well, 3.5 times as many shots as the USA, 3.5 times as many shots on target as the USA, and therefore And that evidence, you would say, deserved winners. Korea DPR 2, the USA 1.
In the spirit of fair play and friendship, the two teams and referees will now take part in the Handshake for Peace campaign by FIFA.